everyone, this is Denicia, and you're watching Soul Well Business. Have you ever wondered why, there is a connection between feeling good and doing good? So today, our host is me, and our guest is Rain, Rain Butt. She is a health and nutrition coach, and she's going to talk to us a little bit more about that particular distinction. Hi, Rain. How are you?
Hi, Denicia. Thank you for having me. Doing fantastic. Thanks.
Thanks. Well, I just wanted to find out from you, we've known each other for some time now, and you've been in the health and nutrition field for a bit. And I wanted to find out what brought you into that particular world. What was the reason behind it?
Well, it's definitely a personal reason, and I think that's what drives us. A lot of times, it has to be something drastic that gets us to make changes. And I had already been somebody who was into, exercise and eating clean, or so I thought. And 5 years ago, actually, yesterday was the anniversary. My best friend passed away from cancer, and she was right before her 37th birthday, and it was something that happened really quickly. And it really just was like a wake up call, because at the time I was 40 years old, and I looked in the mirror and I saw somebody who had lost themselves a little bit and was just not a healthy version of myself. I looked exhausted, I looked beat up, and obviously pretty sad because I just lost my best friend literally. But in her honor, I thought, the one thing that I can do is I'm still here, I'm still living, and I need to make an impact on the world. But the first person I got to impact to be able to wake myself up is me, so that I can go out and help other people. And that's what really started so much research and so many trial and error situations, until I really felt like I was on a great path that I could really help other people and have it be something that was simple, that they could just ease into and have it be part of their daily life, instead of feeling restricted or like it was this job, another job that they had to do.
Yeah, amazing. And so when she passed away, you just wanted to basically get out there in the world and share, share that there's another way, like you can actually help your body heal and things of that sort. Is that kind of the mindset of what happened?
Well, definitely, because you realize, when we exercise, and the little things that we do make such a huge impact over time, and that basically our health is 80% what we put into our bodies. So we are sort of, not that we can totally prevent cancer or diabetes or a lot of these things that, if they're genetic and in our family history, but we can certainly combat them. And we are in the driver's seat with that. If you don't make those choices now, then you can have those choices made for you later. And so, not to be gloom and doom, but to really say, okay, I'm going to take charge of my health, and it doesn't have to be scary, and it doesn't have to be hard. It can be something that is enjoyable, and I can still love my life while loving my body, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense. And I'm with you on that, because I have a similar situation in my family where basically I had majority of my family pass away, cancer and diabetes and things of that sort, within like a 5-year period of time, when I was about 18 or 19 years old. And it just made me realize, okay, do I want to go down that path of eating unhealthy foods and high stress levels within my life, and sugar and all that great stuff, or do I want to change it up and live well? And when I kind of look at my childhood, of eating foods that just really didn't have a lot of nutrition in them, I couldn't think straight. I really don't remember going even through elementary school. I just don't remember a lot, because I didn't feel good. I wasn't connected to myself. So I'm with you on that, with regards to, just really understanding that there's a mind and body connection, and that we have to take care of ourselves, or else, right? We could spend a lot more money, like going to the hospital, or having to deal with cancer. And sometimes, cancer comes up just because I know folks that they never would have expected it, and they're super healthy, but vegans, and then they have cancer. So so I thank you for bringing that up. So what's your thoughts on, with regards to the feeling good and doing good part of things? What do you think that's all about?
Well, it's really, really connected. When you look at it's very, very open out there now. A lot of people are really waking up to the idea of your gut being your second brain, and how connected your gut and your brain are. But they really communicate. There's even a nerve, the vagus nerve, that connects the two, and it's almost like your landline of plugging into, if your landline versus a Wi-Fi signal, and if that landline is static free, your reception is going to be amazing. And the other thing that people don't realize when you're talking about your gut health is it's so connected to your mental state, your mood, your anxiety, attention issues. And part of what got me involved in looking at gut health is my son has ADHD. My father-in-law recently passed from Alzheimer's, and both of those are now directly connected to your gut. Anxiety, depression, ADHD, Alzheimer's, dementia, all of those things go back directly connected to your gut. And so if you can get your gut working with you, it's also connected to your hormone too. I just don't feel the same, or I'm not motivated because I don't want to go to the gym or what have you. It's not just the processed foods or, what you choose to put in your body, but it's also that level of balance that's in the microbiome or your gut. And because your gut is also the master conductor of your hormones, which is your dopamine, your motivation, and your hormone in your body, your serotonin, your happiness, which is connected to your melatonin, your sleep. So they're so connected. And so when you start understanding how all of it works together, if you can get your body working with you versus against you, it can change so many things in your life to doing well. Like I said, do good, be good, feel good. All those things are connected. And I don't know if you can really necessarily separate them,
Right.
So
Yeah,
you can be doing well in one of the areas, but to really get like the success level that you want in all areas, and health has to be part of that,
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
I feel like when I made the switch from taking care of myself, taking a nutrition class, learning about how to eat healthy, exercising, things that sort, like literally it was as if it just lifted my body, it allowed my body to heal itself. And at that time I had asthma because both my parents smoked when I was younger. And within a year of me really reprogramming my body and taking care of it, I have been asthma free ever since. It's been 25 years. So, how you can do great things without asthma. So it really comes to support what you're saying is like, if you have the ability to take time to feel good and you don't have any limitations, you're going to be able to do better. You'll be doing great, so I like that. I like that philosophy. Thank you. So there's like tons of remedies on the shelf. There's lots of you go to Whole Foods and it's like, we might as well just call it like the whole place, like healing place of for 10 different aisles of supplements. Yeah. It's like humongous.
Whole paycheck for a reason, because there's so many options. But it is true, because you also think, it's like a subconscious thing, whether it's marketing or not. You're like, if it's at Whole Foods, it's got to be good for me.
Yeah, right.
Which is not always the case.
Yeah, that's true.
Because there are so many options on it.
Yeah. And that brings me to the next question is like, what do you suggest? Like people where do they start to make sure that they get the best supplements or nutritional items to make sure that they are gonna feel good? Because I've taken supplements or nutritional items where it's like, or remedies where it's like,
where you just feel like
it didn't do anything for me. What is this like? It did nothing. Like I could just have some orange juice and be fine. Just freshly squeezed orange juice. I could just do that.
Well, the part where a lot of times when you take,
you
should do that, because that is good for you for sure.
Right.
That's definite. But it is where you end up putting a lot of money into supplements and vitamins, and then basically you just have Technicolor P, and you're like, well, I literally just put my money down the toilet. How do I know if this is working?
Right.
And that is the difference, is when you find supplements, because supplements are not meant to be replacements. So obviously we live in such a busy world, and we want to make good choices that we actually get from food, but because of all like the over farming and the nutritional levels going down in food, that's why we are looking at supplementation to get the things we're missing, not replace things from good choices. But when you're looking at supplements, the less the ingredients, typically the better. And if you can get any nutritional products that are not synthetics, because a lot of times if you go, you can get different kinds of like B12, for example, and you get the synthetic version of it, your body's actually not able to, it's not available to the body, not bioavailable for your body to use. So it is actually just wasted. So
Wow.
it depends on which ones you go for, whether or not you're actually able to use it. So
yeah, which brings me to like the next question is like, is there like with gut health, is there something, because I mean, for me, like when I look at a bottle of probiotic or prebiotic or vitamins, it's like, how do I know what it's actually working on? Like, is there like a secret where it's like, oh, is this going to help me with my mood? Is this going to help me with my mindset? Like, it really is very generic and general. Is there something that you would suggest?
there is, and actually that's sort of, I've gone through all different supplements and done all different kinds of research. So you think, okay, if I get the one that's in the refrigerated section, the one that's on sale, that has 1 billion CFUs, I'm good, right? But there's so many different types of probiotics that target different things in your body. So like, for example, if you're having digestive issues and you are going to try and target that, which you totally can through probiotics, if you get the wrong one and it's going towards mood, yes, you might be in a great mood, but the digestion stays the same. Vice versa. If you are struggling with anxiety and mood and that kind of thing, you want to lift, and you go and you get the probiotic that's meant for digestion, you're not going to feel any different. But if you can figure out what your targets are and what you're going after, you want to get the right probiotic, because they're able to separate out these strains based on what they do in the body. So you want the right probiotic. And then the other key is having a prebiotic, which is the fiber that the probiotic eats. And so when you have a prebiotic and a probiotic together in your large intestine, the hardest part is to get it to actually flourish to help your bacteria balance. So you have more good bacteria than bad bacteria. So if you have the prebiotic, sorry if this is getting super boring.
That's okay.
I get geeked out on the science.
Yeah, no, it's fun.
But that's what the probiotic eats. So that's what it makes it grow and makes you basically happy, if that makes sense. So
yeah, we want to be happy, right, guys?
We do want to be happy. That's true.
We got
happiness. Hashtag happiness is good.
Yeah, feel good, happy. Like,
yes.
Do good. You got to be feeling good to do good and be happy. So that's
exactly.
Awesome. Yeah. So I've tried like so many supplements. I think in my cabinet right now, there's about 20 different supplements. And on a weekly basis, I was taking about 10: vitamin D, vitamin C, milk thistle, calcium, magnesium, zinc, vitamins C, and then there's like B6 and it was just crazy. So you and I work together. And I'm so glad that you're able to be on the show, because you were able to show me you basically showed me a way of reducing the 10 that I would take on a weekly basis to actually 2. So now I'm taking 2 supplements. The really cool thing about it is that I feel the best that I've ever felt before. I did have digestive issues and I don't have them anymore. And I don't have the yellow pee anymore. No more yellow pee!
That's because it's bioavailable and your body's using it. So that's probably an intense example, but it makes sense.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Because it's clear when you go now.
Right. So. It's totally clear, and I know like if I'm dehydrated, obviously it's a little bit yellower, but it's not like, oh, I'm an alien in there, in the toilet, like it's green stuff going on. Or, like lime green, you're like, what am I? Am I like a human or not? But I just wanted to I just want to say thank you for, bringing me on to that particular, just the supplements for me. And now that I love it, and it's helping me with my mood, and it's helping me with making sure that I have clarity. My emotions are more grounded. I'm actually working with my clients and providing it for them as well, because that's so key, especially with coaching, that you're just right space and you feel good inside, because there's enough other stuff to worry about. So I just want to say thank you about that. And
I'm happy that you had faith and you took the leap, because I was skeptical when I tried this stuff too, and I was taking 25 to 28 capsules a day.
Oh my God.
Wow. And now I take 3 a day. So and that is just, it has been such a game changer to get my mood and my energy, my metabolism working. And, it's not really a weight loss program, but it does help your body release the visceral fat and get rid of whatever toxins your body's holding on to. So the weight loss is just a happy side benefit if you do have weight to lose. But muscle tone, mood, energy, sleep, all of it has been it's been so cool to be able to see people's transition and like almost like their transformation to like just kind of harnessing like a Zen vibe where they're able to be focused and their best self and motivated and, you know, jumping out of bed in the morning without having to have a cup of coffee, having a cup of coffee because they want one, not because they require one, you know, because they enjoy it, ride so far. So it's really been amazing to share it with you. And I'm fired up that your listeners are going to hear about it today too, because it's such a gift. So
absolutely. Especially after COVID, it's like time for us to just restart and say, okay, let's leave this in the past. Let's enjoy our summer, hopefully without mask, and let's feel good about ourselves by feeling good internally. And that allows us to just kind of move forward because we got work to do. We have to recover all this stuff. We got to make, you know, make the money. Yeah. Get used to the kids.
We got to shake the funk. We got work to do.
I know.
And, we also, I mean, we're going to be at the beach, so we need to look good in the bikinis. That's just the vanity speaking. All the other stuff first, but then secondary.
And
I'm
it's
not
perfect
mad about
because
rocking the bikini either.
Yeah, totally. Me either. And like, it's so cool because like, you're right about the muscle tone. I have noticed like my tone, well, other people have noticed that my body tone has changed because I'm doing workouts, but now for some reason, there's things that are showing up now.
Muscles.
Less fat. Less fat and more muscles and stuff like that, but not too much, you know, just enough.
No, it's still feminine.
Nice
just enough that don't mess with me in a dark alley.
Whatever. Exactly. So thank you. So where would our viewers find out more information on the particular item that you suggested for me?
There are two sites that you can go to, and actually just one initially, and then they can get with you and get a link to order if they want to go that route. But just for informational right now, you're going to want to go to bluebreakthrough.com.
Okay. And then, so that would be just pretty much the primary one that we're going to use?
Yep.
Awesome. Okay. Yeah. So thank you so much, Rain, for being on the show. I really appreciate you coming and just talking a little bit more about just the connection between feeling good and doing good, and that we're going to have fun this summer. And we got to look good though. We got to look good. I mean, COVID
we got to look good, feel good, all of those things. People are ready to shake the funk.
Oh my God.
It does.
Totally
ready to shake the funk.
Yes.
So it's time.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Yeah, I appreciate you being on the show. And for my viewers, thank you for watching the show. And if you like the show, please like and subscribe to the show now. And like always, to all of my souls who are finding their way with grace and ease, until the next time we meet, be beautiful and be well. Bye.
Bye.